Hello, everyone. Hi, welcome to stream. Welcome to the race. Sorry for some of the technical issues that we had. We just had to fix a couple of things so that our runners could be ready to go. But we're all good, and it should be a good race. Hello, I can see people saying hi in chat. Hi, everyone.
Hi everyone.
Thanks for coming along to watch.
Are we already live?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I just got an important call from work. I'm sorry, but it's all right. I'm back. I just missed us going live. Hello everyone.
That's all good. We're just saying hi. All right. So this is a Path of Pain % run today, and the runners are going to be starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right.
Oh god, I'm so glad I didn't like miss them going off. That would have been so bad.
No, you're all good. You're all good.
Yeah, that's huge relief.
All right. So today we're running Path of Pain %, which for anyone in chat who might not know, is basically you have to finish the Path of Pain as fast as possible, starting from a fresh save file. And so this right here is the, I believe, semi-finals winners bracket. So we've got Schy and Dyst0p racing against each other, and this should be a very close race. I'm very keen.
Yeah, I'm also extremely excited for this because Schy and Dyst have really close PBs. They're like within 2 minutes of each other, which for this category, given that it's fairly unoptimized in some places, really makes it very close for both of them, and I'm honestly expecting that this is gonna be a close race because we've seen some close races even with like major mistakes so far, and
100%.
Yeah.
So a couple things to note going into watching these two races is that they both have very similar PBs. Schy has a PB of 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 43 seconds. And Dyst has a PB of 1 hour, 1 minute, and 23 seconds. And so their PBs are super close together. The only thing is that Schy's told us that they haven't run this category in a while. And I believe they're actually stepping in for someone who dropped out of the tournament, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh no, Schy has been, like, both Schy and Dyst were from the beginning in the tournament, but
that must have been someone else.
Yeah,
All
I think
pretty clean.
Specs has stepped in, yeah.
Pretty clean King's Pass from Dyst. Schy was a couple seconds behind, but otherwise both having a clean start. So what's
curious?
Oh yeah,
this seems to have way slower load times than Schy, so Schy is going to be ahead, at least in terms of gameplay for the most part, but it's still possible that they are tied in terms of timer. So
yeah, that's super important to note. Make sure you keep an eye on the timers rather than necessarily where they're at. Wow, Schy getting a inventory drop, which is
that's
impressive for current patch. For anyone who doesn't know, we're running current patch, and because Team Cherry hates us, they decided to pretty much try and get rid of inventory drop, so it's just a lot harder to do. So that was a cool move. Impressive double spike pogo from Schy.
Yeah, looking good. Schy has been having a really clean run so far through like start of Crossroads.
Yeah, both have been doing pretty well. I believe Schy got hit a couple times just before that inventory drop started, but otherwise.
Yeah, sorry. You go.
I mean, we can use masks to compare, right? Currently, Schy is sitting at 3 masks, whereas Dyst is at 4.
Yeah, though to be fair, like unless they get like a huge mess up at double spike at statue pogo, I mean, the masks aren't really gonna be that important because you can heal like right before the start of, like at the first stagger of False Knight, you can heal. There's like enough time to heal twice.
Absolutely. And something that's really interesting about Path of Pain % too is because it's not only a slightly longer category, it also has a lot of big boss fights and a lot of key turning points. So to the point where racers can, switch leading positions very, very late into the race. So whereas at any %, small mistakes in movement might matter a huge amount early game, we just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
which is why this category is so exciting.
Yeah, the biggest like potential for time losses in this category are actually the bosses, because this is so like similar to true ending, in that you have to
Mm,
do a huge boss rush grind sort of, with all the difficult dream bosses, and you have to do them with basically Shade Soul as your only damage source. So
yeah, and the other thing is that there's a couple of hard movements. Again, this is very similar to the true ending route. And so we have to do true ending shade skip to get into Blue Lake, which, depending on how practiced the runners are, can be a bit of time loss. And we also have to do QGA, which again is just a very difficult skip, especially for if you're not super practiced at it.
yeah,
But
definitely.
you should note that we actually kill False Knight here because we're going to be entering City through the main gate, rather than through resting grounds. And one of the reasons for that is because of this big essence grind that we have to do. We actually end up routing in a couple Whispering Roots, which is super exciting, really fun, because you don't really get to see it
Yeah.
in a lot of runs.
Yeah, we do 4 Whispering Roots, I think, and 3 of them whole, and 1 of them partially. The one in Deep Nest, we don't need all of the essence from that. And that's really
Yes.
cool, because actually, I think it's still not completely decided whether Whispering Roots are optimal compared to like getting Marmu or something, but like everyone who like routed and ran this was in unison about not wanting to do Marmu. So basically, like
That's fair.
the
That's
Whispering
fair.
Roots were just like routed in to avoid the Marmu RNG, which also includes the Frog RNG, of course. And
Mm,
then I'm pretty sure that it would break even whether you do like an optimal Marmu or do all the Whispering Roots. So doing the
no,
Whispering Roots is,
absolutely.
yeah.
So the runners are about 8 seconds apart. Oh, actually, 5 seconds apart, I believe. I think Schy got Vengeful Spirit at around 4:36 and Dyst at around 4:31. Do we have Rix in chat today?
No,
For
Rix
anyone
is
doing
in a meeting,
times?
sadly. He said he
Oh
can't do
no.
timekeeping today.
All right. That means we
Yeah.
actually have to pay
Yeah, we actually have to
attention
pay
to split
attention now.
times. Yeah. We'll do our best to not miss the important splits so that you
Yeah.
guys can all compare how the runners are going.
Yeah. I think we can probably check at Green Path entry, because
Mm.
that also means
First split for Schy. That's good.
yeah, that's
Love
really
to see
nice.
that.
Green Path entrance also means that we are accounting for potential time losses for Soul Collection, because since it is run on current patch, we have to kill the boulder at the entrance of Green Path properly, and so we have to
Yeah.
get like full Soul right before we get there. And that's actually
Yeah.
also like that room, that tall room which Shai is entering right now. It actually has like some slight optimizations for routing with Soul Collection, and also because the Grazzas are spawning randomly. There's like, as you can see, Shai had to go back there to get like one more hit of soul. So
Yeah. That room can really just mess you up depending on where you have the bugs spawn.
Shai
But
getting
yeah,
another
you'll see
first
that.
split.
Yeah, wow, that's really good. And you can see also because we have to fully kill the boulder, we don't do first green path fireball skip. On the rare occasion, runners are able to do it if the boulder spits as you kill it and you end up with an extra hit of soul, but generally that doesn't happen. Just having a pretty clean tool room, moving very nicely through.
Yeah, I think if this
And
gets first split here, oh well, he doesn't.
that was a quick comms curse.
That was
Third
a quick
spit.
curse, yeah. So I'm sorry, just. I was
Oh
gonna
man.
say that was clean. He might have made back some time there, but I think he might have lost it through the third spit there. But yeah, we'll see. Did you actually pay attention to when Shai entered Green Path? Because I know I didn't.
I didn't, but I tell you what, we'll see when Schy gets fireball skip, and
Oh,
we'll
he
compare
doesn't.
that. Oh,
They don't. Yeah.
okay. We'll see when they move into the next room. Going for Skeet Pogo. Oh no, going
Oh,
for Skeet Pogo
that's
instead.
such a shame. Oh, gets the backup. Really
Oh, just
nice.
makes it. That's a
That
713 for getting past that room.
yeah. That was really cool. Like damage tank backup. I know that wasn't intentional, but it looked cool.
Yeah, great way to
Very
fix that
clutch.
situation. In the rare occasion that the Skeet decides to mess you over. Misses the second fireball skip.
Oh, tries to go for the. Does it again? Oh,
Oh,
nice.
gets it
Nice
third
on the
try. Very
backup. Yeah,
nice.
that's really
This
cool.
getting fireball skip and entering this room 4 seconds ahead of Schy. So the gap has narrowed by about 1 second.
So I actually did make back some time in the tall room with the brothers. So That's
Yeah,
really
and
cool to
probably
see.
also with the fireball skip as well, I would say.
It's nice to see them already trading leads this early into the race.
Yeah,
It's
it makes it very exciting.
shaping up to be promising. And Dyst also attempting the second fireball
And
skip
also
again.
getting it on third try,
Actually, I think that was
which is
second
nice
try.
to see. Oh, maybe.
Yeah, definitely very impressive. Because I know I never get that one. It's like you have to
Same.
get like such precise coyote frames. Like you have to basically be off the ledge before you jump in order to not wonk your head against the ceiling there.
Yeah. And something you guys might notice is because we were able to get the Geo chest from killing False Knight, we don't actually need to do Vengefly. So we just go past him, which is a little bit of time save in
Let
this.
Zote die.
Yeah, we leave Zote to die. We also have to buy Green Path Stag because we're going to be coming back here to get to Queen's Garden.
Yeah, and no eyes.
Yes.
No eyes, and then from there
No,
we do
no
PB.
eyes. No eyes, and then we go to Queen's Garden.
Yeah.
No eyes. A runner's
Lovely,
dream.
lovely no eyes.
We
Wasn't
actually
no
don't...
eyes like your favorite boss in the game or something?
No, my favorite boss is Soulmaster.
Yeah, I was just kidding. Yeah, Soulmaster's an awesome fight. That's true. We also fight Soulmaster. Of
And
course,
Soul Tyrant.
yeah, Soul Tyrant. We basically fight Soulmaster for Soul Tyrant, right? Like, of course, it's nice. We also get dive from Soulmaster so that we can enter peaks early. But this is one of my major complaints about this category and the routing, which I'm still not convinced is optimal. But we basically get dive and lantern. We need lantern for no eyes and dive to enter peaks. But because we can technically also just enter peaks with lantern, I'm always feeling like this isn't optimal because like you could skip out on one of them.
Yeah. Schy just had a incredibly fast Hornet. Really good
Yeah.
RNG, lots of doubles, which is great to see. I noted down the time that they quit out so I can compare quit out times. I'm just having a bit more trouble with Hornet RNG, not getting the best attacks for this fight, so probably losing a little bit of time here.
Yeah, but making the best of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was a nice finish.
Nice clean kill.
Also, completely missed the opportunity to say like is entering Hornet, but yeah, whatever.
Yep.
Maybe next time.
Okay, Dyst quitting out at 9:41, so still about 4 seconds behind of Schy. So stayed pretty much consistent through the Hornet Mothwing split. So now everyone's going to see on Schy's screen, we get to go do True Ending Shade Skip.
Oh yeah, and also Schy has a little. Schy doesn't have the optimal amount of soul. He's missing 1 hit of soul to get 2 fireballs on the Gruzzers at the end. So they have to do with 1, or potentially their cleanup will be a little bit slower.
Luckily though, didn't lose any geo to the ceiling. Depending on where you kill Gruz Mother in this arena, you can get some geo stuck in the ceiling and miss it. Really clean cleanup for only having 1 fireball. Does a really nice job there.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, so luckily doesn't miss any of the geo. Because yeah, again, we're going to be buying a bunch of stags. Did this just buy Crossroads?
Yeah,
stag then.
I think he. Like the thing is my screen share is a bit low on resolution, but I'm looking at the Twitch stream right now, and it looks like he's at 180 geo, so that looks good. Actually, he has comfy 10 geo lead, which he doesn't need.
Yeah, won't be able to buy Shaman Stone. Oh no, yes, we'll be able to.
Yeah, we only need 170 geo going into this. And he had 180, so yeah, definitely did buy Crossroads stack then.
Yeah, good to see. All right, so you can see on the left-hand side, Schy is going to be making an attempt at. Oh wow! First try True Ending Shade Skip.
Really nice.
For Schy, that's super impressive. So if anyone noticed, basically the way we try and do True Ending Shade Skip is we use damage tanks and a parry and then a couple fireballs and some pogos, just in order to get enough height because we don't have claw and so we can't get the height that we need for a normal shade skip.
Yeah, And the parry is actually way more precise than it looks. I think the parry is the most difficult part about this because, like, the damage tank is pretty much straightforward, and
Mm-hmm.
you can get the shade to always like hit you with a nail there. The problem is that it's very very easy to try to parry too early or too late, and if you parry too late, you'll actually hit the shade and deplete its HP, which means you have to reset. If you notice it, you can reset immediately, but if you forget it, then you'll actually have to do the whole like setting up shade again, and that's really annoying.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
main problem is you lose a lot of time if you kill your shade because you just have to set
exactly.
everything up and grab all your soul and everything again.
Yeah.
You'll notice that we grabbed Sly here because we're going to buy a couple things from him later. We're going to be getting Elegant Key so that we can go get Shade Soul.
Well,
Oh,
just getting a
unfortunate
fireball,
Fireball.
yeah, that's really unfortunate.
And we're also going to be buying Lanterns so that we can do No Eyes and also Deep Nest Whispering Root.
Yeah. There you
Oh,
could see that was actually slightly mistimed parry from Dyst, and
yeah.
luckily didn't hit the shade and also just reset immediately. There we go. That's a good parry, and I think that's second try. Very nice.
Third try, I believe.
Oh, okay, well, still this
Because he
this
got
fight
shot,
skip
the
is.
Fireball got shot
Oh yeah, right. But
by
that
him.
wasn't
But
really
yeah,
his fault. I feel like that's not really an attempt because that's just
that's
RNG.
fair. That's a fair call. Either
And
way, pretty
yeah,
fast true ending shade skip for both runners. Obviously, Dist will lose a bit of time there because Shy managed to get it first try.
yeah,
I'll write down Dream Nail's time for Shy.
nice.
Let's see if Shy
Try
gets Seer
almost
skip.
getting Sia skip.
Almost getting Seer skip.
13:45. That's nice and easy to remember.
Yeah.
And we can already see that there's like over a minute of timer difference because of Shy's low times.
Yeah.
So, or Dyst0p slow times better, rather.
Yeah. So next, we're going to be going to grab a claw, and on the way we have to fight Elder who was our first kind of dream boss of the game that we grab as part of that essence grind. And he's a bit
Elder Who.
one of the more RNG based of the bosses that we have to do.
Elder Who is the worst boss in the game. Changed my mind.
Oh, okay. Spicy takes here. I wonder if chat agrees or disagrees with you.
I feel like that's not even a spicy take. That's just a fact. I know there are some people who would rank No Eyes even worse than Elder Who, but Elder Who is my personal nemesis in this game.
Okay. I do remember struggling a lot with Elder Who in my first ever like casual playthrough. But again, I mean, I didn't know anything about game mechanics, so.
Nice
But
underput
yeah.
from this there. Yeah.
Oh, nice movement. Oh, actually, I did forget to mention. On the way, it's not necessarily optimal, but 99% of runners go to grab a charm notch from these mushrooms. And the reason for this is because when we do, oh damn, what's it called? Failed champ. When we do failed champ later, if you don't grab a charm notch here, you end up having to overcharm the fight. So, which, while possible, can be a big run killer if you die there.
Well, I don't know
So,
what you mean. Over charming a boss that does 2
I
masks of
mean,
damage
sorry, I'm so
is
sorry.
completely free.
Yeah, I mean, actually, if you were good enough, you would overcharm it. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
if you don't overcharm, then you're just not a good runner. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry
I
to
mean,
everyone who grabs a
who
charm.
would
You're not a good runner, and neither am I.
who would die to overcharmed failed champ? Who
Yeah,
would
who
do
would,
that?
right? I can't even do fail champ without overcharming, so.
Yeah, that's fair. Schy having okay RNG so far has gotten 3 long pancake attacks, which we don't want to get because Elder Who actually completely disappears from the screen, and so you can't attack him. That's a third there.
Also, they are somehow really annoying to dodge. Like, it's not difficult, but I always mess them up, and I know other people do as well because it's like so unintuitive when you have to dodge.
Yeah, I'm the same actually. But otherwise, a relatively clean. I just realized I didn't note what time Dyst left. Grabs Dream now. I guess we'll have to do an Elder Who comparison. My bad. That's a 16-17.
Oh yeah, also
Schy.
I also didn't catch it actually. Oh, Schy actually remembering not to dash into the Spork Spore there. That's a
Very
good
nice.
good thing.
Oh, someone, Emmy in chat has said that they were 29 seconds apart upon entering the Dream Realm.
Oh,
So
that's
thank
nice.
you,
Thanks.
Emmy. That's very useful.
Yeah, the savior. Also, we will probably be seeing current patch ePogo from Schy here.
Yes, we
Which,
will.
well, not just the normal current patch, but the comfy Pogo, which, as you'll see in a second, involves shooting 3 fireballs and then poking the spore, which seems like it looks very comfy, but I actually never practiced
Very
it, so I
nicely
don't.
done.
Yeah, Schy actually was one of the people who like was involved in inventing this skip together
Really?
with Mthulu. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
I didn't know that. There you go.
it's also dubbed the Schy Lulu Pogo because of that. So
Very nice. And
yeah,
that's a 17-11 for Mantis for Schy. Having a really clean claw segment, actually.
yeah,
Takes damage as I say that. But
yeah.
that's
So
okay.
far, really solid early game from Schy.
Meanwhile, Dyst entering Elder Who has some not great RNG pretty quickly on, getting lots of teleports and 2 long attacks already.
Yeah,
You don't love to see that. Oh, 3.
yeah.
I might
Elder
actually
can...
leave the consequent
Oh,
cursing bee for that
I'm
one for
not
a
sure, but
second.
I think it looks like Schy didn't grab the journal. Is that true? Didn't
I
look like
noticed
they
them.
grabbed it.
I noticed them grabbing the Whispering Root, but I didn't see them
Yeah, I
grab the
don't think they
journal.
grabbed the journal. Which there are 2 routes which we can take. There's the Great Husk route, the Gorgeous Husk. Sorry, the Gorgeous Husk, which gives us 420 geo, and we can skip out on some other stuff. But I think it has recently been found to be more optimal to do a route where you grab the journal right next to the Whispering Root in Fungal Waste, and then
Yes, and then
can
also you
skip.
go to see her early, right?
Yeah, exactly, to
So that you can
grab
get some
another
relics. Yeah.
another relic, Hollow Seal, and that way you can
Um.
skip the very lengthy fight.
Yes. So Dyst leaving Elder Who at around 1654. So they're currently sitting about if I can do maths, 37 minutes seconds, not minutes. What
Yeah,
am
it
I saying?
looks like Rixian is back
37
in chat, so welcome back, Rixian.
Oh,
Nice.
is Rix in chat?
Yeah, Rix is back
Okay.
in chat.
Wow, 49 seconds. I clearly can't do maths in my head. But Rix is in chat, so that will make comparisons easier. So it's nice to see you, Rix. We've been forgetting to do everything.
Also nice. Just also getting the comfy pogo first try, and I just saw
Mm.
a setup that I've not seen before. Just like landing on the platform and then just doing 3 full like nail swings before dropping
Oh,
down. That's a setup I'm definitely gonna borrow when I start practicing this, because it looks like it was a very consistent attempt. So yeah, that's cool.
yeah, that's cool. Just not being able to get the Mantis, the normal Mantis Pogo, so damage tanks and Pogos up a little bit to grab Claw,
Yeah.
which works pretty well.
Still faster than going around the backup pogo there.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Schy is just heading through left side of city, because very exciting, we get to go do Sanctum next. And that's one of the reasons I really love watching this category, is because we don't do Sanctum a lot
Schy down to
in
1
many
HP.
categories. Schy down to 1 HP in
Yeah,
city,
but
not something you
luckily
love to
can heal
see.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, luckily gets the opportunity to heal there. That door takes ages to open.
Yeah, it does. And this now onto Pilgrim's Way in a second. Really nice area. Something that's like really most speedruns just kind of don't do, which is a shame because I love the Pilgrim's Way. It's like such a nice casual area.
Yeah, it's just some fun little parkour you get to do.
Yeah.
Rick says in chat that at Mantis Claw, Schy was 1708 and Dyst was 1807. So they are 59 seconds apart, and that split, the gap increased by 10 seconds during that, which is probably because of the struggle that Dyst had with the Mantis Pogo. Schy
Giving us...
leaving Hellroom Jr., as it is dubbed, with 1 HP, and deciding to do the Soul Warrior fight in 1 HP. So
Yeah. Well, Warrior fight is basically also, well, it's fairly consistent, but I mean the RNG is basically whether you get the Soul Orb attack or not, because the Soul Orb attack is very annoying to dodge. Everything else is pretty consistent because you can parry most of his attacks or jump over him.
No,
But
that's
yeah,
true. That's true.
luckily Schy only got one solo op attack, and the rest was just comfy, and also does the nice 1.5 exclusive elevator strat where you go to the
Yes.
left of the elevator.
Yeah. For some reason, Team Cherry decided to just widen the gap there. I
Yeah.
don't know why they thought that's what needed editing, but
Yeah, they I think they were trying to fix elevator storage, and by that like decrease the hitbox, which I don't get why would they always try to patch out glitches that are used by runners? Like it doesn't make sense. Nobody casually like encounters elevator storage. Like
no, that's true.
you
Well,
have to be very like diligently trying to get it.
no, that's true. That's true. So Schy entering the Soul Master fight here. What we're looking for is basically any attacks that aren't teleporting, like those few were there, because we
Okay.
want to try and get as many doubles as possible
Yeah.
off on Soul Master.
Doubles really cut down the time this fight takes. Also,
Yeah.
Vali just corrected me in chat that actually people do casually get elevator storage. I guess I just never got it, and I've never seen people get it, but I think that Vali would know more about this. So yeah, thanks for the correction.
I certainly never accidentally discovered any glitches, but also I'm not a god gamer, so who's to say?
Yeah, fair.
Oof,
This also giving us some
a mini heart attack.
heart attack. Yeah, not 1 HP like Schy, but also 2 HP. I feel like that's almost a deja vu. And Schy doing here the damage tank Soul Master strat. It's not going too well.
Oh no.
It's
Uh-oh.
actually down to 1 HP and didn't
Yeah,
actually
Schy
get any
going.
spells off.
Oh my god.
Oh my god,
Schy going
Schy,
for
that
wall strat. Oh my gosh.
yeah,
Finishes
that
Soul
was
Master fight with one Master Pels.
very scary.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like they were just doing that on purpose for us.
Yeah, honestly, just adding some drama to the race, you know?
You know, yeah, sure. I mean, it's much appreciated, Schy. Thank you.
We appreciate it. But yeah, luckily does not die in second phase. That would have been not great. Big time loss. Oh man. So as Dyst heads up to also do Soul Master, Schy is going to be grabbing, not forgetting to grab the Geo chest up here. Very nice. And then we're going to head to Peaks next, which is interesting because we actually go to Peaks first, and then we come back to do Soul Tyrant.
Yeah, because Soul Tyrant without Shade Soul is just not fun. Like, we could do him right now, but it would take ages because we just have Vengeful Spirit, and like, not only does
it's a lot faster with Shade Soul.
Yeah, not only does Shade Soul do double the damage of Vengeful Spirit, but then there's also the thing that it has a much bigger hitbox, and so it's way easier to get doubles, which,
Yes.
like, if you get lots of doubles, that essentially makes it quadruple damage, right? And that's enough of a time save to come back here later, so...
This getting a lot of, bad RNG in the teleports, but manages to basically avoid the several Soul Twisters that tried to teleport into him, so props to that.
And now heading into Hellroom, and...
Yep. Oh, yep.
I didn't comscurse. I was about to say gets it very cleanly, but
Listen, if you didn't say it, it doesn't count as a comms curse.
Yeah, it doesn't. But it was still pretty clean. He only got hit once, and that's it was still pretty fast. Like he didn't go too safe or anything. So props to that Hellroom.
Rick says that upon entering Sanctum, the runners were about a minute 13 apart. So there was a 14-second increase, but important to point out that Dyst stopped at Lem to sell something, so that'll be time that will be probably made back later.
Yeah, that's probably the 14 seconds, honestly.
Yeah, sounds about right to me. Ooh, Schy having some trouble with my least favorite room in the game.
Oh yeah, that room is great, but does make it through. There's still potential to die here on the spikes, especially because the diagonal spikes that they just pogoed at the start are sloped kind of weirdly, and it's very, very easy to accidentally hit them even if you pogo them correctly. So that was honestly a little bit too close for comfort, but still.
Gets through nicely though. Yeah, manages to not completely give us half the attack.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Dyst is going to be entering phase 2 of Soul Master. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, the comfortable 4 masks. And doesn't look like Dyst wants to go for any complicated strats here.
Yeah, which is fair to see. Doesn't manage to only manages to get one hit off though while diving, which is a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like that's still almost as much as Schy did, because Schy also did get like
Yes, was
some bad luck with the strat. So
yeah, took a lot of damage takes and not as many nail swings.
I'd expect that the Soul Masters are almost well, they probably are very similar. I think this was slightly slower maybe, but not by more than 10 seconds. So
Well, we'll have a look, see what Rick says in chat.
yeah,
They both did very well, especially with having low HP at some points during
definitely.
saying them and not dying.
Yeah, see,
All
it
right,
was
let's
plus
see.
9 seconds. I said it's less than 10 seconds. I take
Very
that.
nice. You guessed correctly. No, it's calculated guess.
Yeah, very, very
But yeah,
calculated.
9-second increase. So doing well. Schy didn't go for Pogdax, but you know, understandable. Just I'm always a bit disappointed. Dyst looks like getting lost, maybe. Yeah, has to double check what the
Oh, it
routing
looks like
is.
I did go for Pogex. I didn't actually see it, but
Oh, really?
yeah,
Oh,
Curtis
okay.
said they did, so that's cool.
We stand corrected. Thanks, chat. Yes, so I do want to point out now that if at some point Dyst kind of freezes and the timer stops, Dyst was having problems with his controller, and so is having to play with a cable, and so we've just said that if he needs support at any point, we'll allow it.
Yeah,
Because we're here for a fun time, a fun, good race.
definitely. And also, it's just not fun to get like controller issues during a race. You don't want to see that.
Yeah,
So.
Schy getting the underplat using a fireball skip into this room, which is fun to see. Not something you have to
Oh,
do
that was such a
in this
close
version.
underplat. Oh my god.
Another close underplat.
Yeah.
But
Almost
used
got
very nicely.
into the spikes at the bottom of the platform. Yeah, really
Yeah.
nice underplat. You like to see
Yeah,
underplat in races.
we do. It's very nice crystal peaks movement from Schy. Now I will point out that some runners choose to go get Descending Dark at this point, but neither of these runners probably will, because it's definitely
That
slower.
was such a clean Hellroom 2 or like
Hellroom 3? Yeah.
Yeah, Hellroom 3 from
Rava Room, I don't know.
yeah, that was really clean. He
Very clean
got
one
bad
from
spawns
Dyst.
and he still managed to get through damage loss. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No. Absolutely good to point out. But yeah, sometimes runners will choose to get D-Dark because it just makes the later, oh no, Schy getting stuck under the platform. That's unfortunate.
Oh, that sucks.
That sucks.
But
Yeah,
so
D-Dark
such a
isn't
bra
optimized,
moment for him,
but it's
for them, I
comfortable.
think.
Yeah, that's a bra moment. But stopping by Schy to grab the Elegant Key, so that when we return to do Soul Tyrant, we can grab Shade Soul first. I'm just going to check there haven't been any more split. Okay. So split comparison for the City Stag. They are about a minute and a half apart with a gain of 7 seconds in that time.
Yeah, sounds about right. And I also don't think that Dyst will go for D-Dark. I don't think either of them will. So I believe that apart from the change with the fungal waste journal and probably Gorgeous Husk, which Schy will probably do. Wait.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
see Schy getting Geo any other way. So
Yeah. So apart from this, I think they are going for very similar strats and roads. So
yeah, again, at this point, a minute and a half isn't that big of a deal. I mean, obviously, both runners are moving quite optimized at the moment and having
yeah.
really good races, but you never know what's going to happen in a later boss.
So far, they have both been doing very well in terms of like movements and not messing up. But Schy has just been getting like slightly better movement everywhere and being a little bit more optimal. So like
A little bit more, a better RNG as well.
yeah, that's true.
But yeah, very impressive because Schy told us that they haven't properly run this category in quite a while. So I don't know, maybe practiced a lot or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, Vali. There's always the possibility that the world record holder in Path of Pain is going to just suddenly forgot how to do Path of Pain.
That's true. That's
You
true. You
never
never
know.
know.
I mean, to be fair, Path of Pain is such a weird level. Like, if you run it as an IL, it can easily mess up your muscle memory for something like this, where like it feels completely
Where
differently
the build is really different.
to
Yeah.
run Path of Pain with such a minimal charm build, and who knows? It could easily happen. Also, let's not forget that ILs are very reset heavy, and even if someone is great in ILs, which Schy is without a doubt, they have several world records in ILs. There's still the fact that in a race setting, you have to pull them off pretty well on first try, and I know
Wow.
from experience that
Yeah.
it's actually more difficult to do safe strats in a level that you're used to doing like risky strats in, and
Yeah. Yeah.
that can actually mess you up because you're like, I refuse to do safe strats here. It's kind
Schy
of
just had some very impressive movement through Sanctum.
yeah,
Getting really another good new elevator kind of left-hand side skip. But yeah, moving super quickly, very speedy. Meanwhile, Dyst manages to grab Crystal Heart. No underplats, but you know, I guess we take what we can get.
yeah.
But you'll see on the left-hand side, Schy is trying to get as many doubles with Shade Soul as possible, because I believe it takes about 10% of Soul Tyrant's health in that first phase. So
Yeah, I believe
it's
Soul
definitely
Tyrant
something
has
you really
like,
want to do.
I think it's like 900 HP in first phase and like 300 in second, if I'm not mistaken. And
That sounds about right.
Sage Soul doubles do 80 damage, which is almost 10% of the first phase health. So
Yeah, there you go. Rick says that the Crystal Heart splits were 27.52 for Schy and 29.32 for Dyst. So that's about 1 minute 40. So the gap widened by another 11 seconds there. At this point, Schy does seem to be pretty consistently pulling ahead with just a bit better movement, but you never know what's going to happen in later bosses, and
yeah.
anything could still happen at this point.
Also, let's not forget that there's still a possibility with the load differences that Schy will finish before Dyst, but Dyst will win, which
Yes,
I don't think that has happened yet in any of the races. I'm not sure.
we've gotten pretty close. I believe your race.
Yeah, my
Against
race against
Cindy.
Cindy, there was actually like I was finished, and we said there's still like 1.5 minutes where Cindy could win, despite me already having finished.
Yeah, so we just got to keep an eye on that timer when we
Yeah,
get to that point.
and she was very close.
Um,
She was already at the very last
yeah,
part of Path of Pain when that happened. So I
yeah,
was definitely sitting tight, watching and wondering who was going to win at that point.
yeah. We've also had very minimal routing problems at the moment. Again, I don't really want to curse that, but no one's forgotten anything yet. We'll hold our breath,
So
but yeah.
yeah, I want to point something out. Someone asked if they will find Mantis Lords in this. Obviously, it's not optimal. It takes too long, and you don't get like very much for your efforts. But I want to correct Falco. Falco said your only reward would be Geo, but that's not correct. Your best reward, which is actually kind of relevant for this category in theory at least, is that you get Mark of Pride, which is such a great help in Path of Pain. I think Mark of Pride is probably one of the two charms that make the biggest difference for like this Path of Pain versus individual level Path of Pain with a charm build.
It's true.
Just because the range of Mark of Pride makes pogoing so much easier. The other being Sharp Shadow, of course, because Sharp Shadow Dash is just allows for some faster cycles in Path of Pain. So those are the two charms that make the biggest difference. Everything else is just small optimizations, and of course Shaman Stone, which we do have for the end, the King Small fight. We do have Shaman Stone for this year as well.
Which, to be fair, I think like 90% of speedruns we opt to get Shaman Stone because it's just so helpful, especially if it's one with lots of boss battles in it.
I actually think that the only speedruns, like the only full game speedruns that don't get Shaman Stone are low percent runs. Correct me if I'm wrong. Obviously, something like 4 Master Shards doesn't get it, or a Luba percent, but those aren't like, they don't even get there. So I think everything that like actually fights bosses, like in the mid and late game, gets Shaman Stone just because it makes such a big difference.
Yeah. So I want to point out that the Shade Soul timings were 29.58 for Schy and 31.24 for Dyst. So they're about a minute and a half apart. and Dyst gained back 14 seconds, which was due to the well seal, which again is just like a lot of the small differences in routing is because we haven't been able to super optimize any of the essence / geo / when do you visit seer stuff. And the reason is that they're so far apart that it's really difficult to figure out, what is optimization from those and what is just general mistakes in the running between.
Yeah,
But we
exactly.
can see on the right-hand side, Dyst is doing Soul Tyrant now.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Missed one
misses
Shade
that double
Soul,
there. That's
but
unfortunate.
apart from this, has been having a very clean fight so far, and is keeping the pressure on Soul Master, which you do like to see. Assault
Yeah,
Tyrant.
absolutely.
And that was a really nice opportunity to like get another hit in right before this dive. That's always a risky strat, but it's nice to see when it pays off.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see on the left-hand side, Schy, they're going to grab Gorgeous Husk, whereas Dyst probably will not do this because Dyst has collected a bit more relics that he can sell to Lem.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a little bit of that routing difference. It's often just up to the runner which path they like to take best.
There's also obviously the difference of when you get a Dreamwielder / Dreamgate. You can get Dreamwielder before
Yes.
Lost Kin, but then you won't get Dreamgate for like No Eyes and Galleon on QGA, which is nice to have if you have if you struggle with QGA or Deep Nest. It's nice to set a Dreamgate after QGA or even before it when you have to like retry it a few times.
Like imagine dying to Galleon and then having to come all the way back through QGA, through everything. That's just not something that you don't want to get stuck in that situation.
Yeah, luckily for us, in this speedrun, and actually most speedruns that fight Dream Warriors, such as True Ending as well, because we have Shade Soul and we don't upgrade our nail at all, the Dream Warriors are actually very, very easy in terms of just dealing damage, because like they have very low knockback resistance, so it's very easy to get doubles and sometimes even triples. And at the same time, if we don't upgrade our nail, against the Dream Warriors, they have very low HP, and we can like basically
which
two-shot some of
I
them.
only found out recently that like upgrading your nail increases the health of bosses, and I felt kind of cheated. I was like, come on.
Actually, it does massively for Soul Warriors, but for most other bosses, it does only by a very small margin. So I think for almost all bosses, the HP increase is relatively lower. That if you fight with your nail exclusively, you'd still do more damage with the upgraded nail. But if you're using spells, because it doesn't scale with spells at all, then obviously it's a huge letdown. If you also upgrade your nail.
Having what I think was definitely a longer Soul Tyrant, but still managing to finish,
Yeah, it was
without
longer,
a
but
death
it was
or anything,
definitely
which
very
was good.
clean, I think. It just got some bad patterns, but like held out really well.
Meanwhile, on the left, Schy is going to be heading to grab a few things, wings, and also we're going to do Broken Vessel and then Lost Kin back to back because we want to grab the Lost Kin essence. And we don't want the runners to forget either of these two things. We had a race a couple weeks back where was it? Oh, I can't remember who it was, but
wasn't it like
was it?
I think I think it was
can't
even
remember.
Dyst. I think it was Dyst as well.
I think it might have been Dyst, yeah. One of the runners forgot wings and the other runner forgot to grab the essence. I think Dyst was one of those two.
Yeah, it might have
I
been.
think Dyst was essence.
Was either Falco the other or?
Yeah. Anyways, the point is that this is a big point where you don't want to forget the routing because you have a long way to come back.
Oh no, it was actually VLS versus Dyst. So yeah, VLS and Dyst.
There we go.
Both forgetting part of like Lost Kin, Lost Kin stuff.
So yeah, wow. Okay, at Soul Tyrant, Schy finished with a 32:40, and Dyst finished with a 35:26. So Dyst actually lost a minute 20 on that Soul Tyrant split.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Which is quite a lot of time. Yeah.
Especially because Soul Tyrant is arguably like one of the 3 hardest bosses that we have to fight here. The other 2 being Lost Kin and Failed Champ, but Failed Champ becomes way easier because we're getting Dreamwielder. And I know both of these are getting Dreamwielder, so...
Yeah, because they both grab the Charm Notch.
Yes.
Both opting to go to Seer early, so neither have grabbed Dream Wielder so far, I believe. I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure they both went to Seer at the same time in their routing. Because I remember Schy did it before 0.
Yeah, and
so
Schy didn't do crypts either, so
yeah.
that's also something that's like debated whether like doing crypts, like going to right side city, I'm sorry, through crypts is better or not.
Schy opting to grab wings first, which is interesting. I think you do that as well, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Hopefully doesn't forget to go back and grab Lost Kin.
Yeah, I hope so. I do grab wings before Lost Kin because it makes it easier, but yeah, looks like Schy remembers to go back and fight Lost Kin.
Yeah. I don't know. My problem with like Broken Vessel and Lost Kin is that because he jumps above you and then dashes above you, whenever I'm trying to avoid, I just jump into him. I think I would do better if I didn't have wings to mess me up.
Yeah, so actually something because I'm just right now coaching a friend through his first casual playthrough, and
Oh yeah.
like he's a big Monster Hunter player, so he actually has a lot of trouble with Hollow Knight bosses because he says he's always predicting them, and I say don't predict them, react to them. That was my biggest tip to him, and it actually helped him a lot to like not try and predict and like not move when you don't have to, but instead just like move once you know what to do. And actually helped him a lot with Lost Kin as well. So
a couple things to point out. Sorry, really quickly to interrupt. Is that one, Schy got a really fun inventory drop going into this fight, which again is fun to see because, like we said earlier, generally not many inventory drops because they're just a lot harder to achieve in this patch. And also, Dyst opted to go via crypt, in order to get to the elevator, which again is different to what Schy did. Yeah,
I didn't actually see that.
I just like noticed it out of the corner of my eye. So that's really interesting to see.
Well, that's interesting, but I think this still got 0 before that, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I didn't know. Yes.
Yeah, and
Wow,
Schy just
Schy
getting the
having
nice damage, the death walk from Lost Kin.
And just having a very clean Lost Kin in general.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was a really fast Lost Kin.
Yeah, fast fight.
Also, yeah, this damage warp you can get if you leave one of the balloons alive, but you have to, like, if you get it too early, you'll actually have to redo the fight, which I think I did once in a race, if I don't misremember. Then I had to do Lost Kin again.
Oh no, that sucks.
Yeah.
Someone in chat asked if Schy is close to PB pace. I believe Schy's PB is 1 hour, like around 1 hour 4 minutes. So I think this could be PB pace. I don't know my pacing super well.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
If someone in chat kind of knows timings a bit better than we do.
Given how clean Schy's run has been, I definitely think that it might be PB pace.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It has had very, very clean movement, which is one of the reasons that gap has like slowly widened, other than a few moments of battle RNG.
Also, it looks like, I'm not sure, but I think that the tall look down strat, which is used to like let the tall gate appear faster, I think there was recently a new strat discovered where you can dash instead of looking down and it achieves the same thing. And I believe Schy tried this, but it didn't work.
Right. Oh well, it's always fun to add innovation.
Yeah, it's nice to see runners go for new strats, even if they don't work out, because it's just cool to like showcase them.
No, absolutely. So next along in the route is Schy is going to be going on a pretty much a big essence grind right now. So lots of boss battles, a couple routes, but we're actually getting quite near to getting to White Palace, which is super exciting. So the first one that we do after grabbing Dream Wielder and also Dream Gate here, just because of the specific routing that these runners have done, is Failed Champ, which is going to be fun to watch. Meanwhile, this is heading over to Broken Vessel and Lost Kin. Again, it looks like Dyst is, like, from face value, looks like Dyst is very far behind, but you got to note that his timer is actually 3 minutes behind Schy's.
Yeah, that's true.
So let's see. Rick says that at Lem, Schy had a 36.43 and Dyst had a 39.25. So they're currently 2 minutes 42 apart, and Dyst gained by 4 seconds on that split, because the Crips nearly cancelled out the Gorgeous Husk just with like the timing, which is cool to see.
It's really
Meanwhile,
cool. Yeah.
we're gonna. Looks like we might have, depending on how. Oh, actually, I don't know. We might get a little bit of double boss fight action, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be kind of close. Schy is doing short work of Soul Tyrant here and does opt to heal.
Fail
Which...
champ.
Oh, I'm sorry. Fail champ, yeah.
It's alright. No, you're absolutely right. Having a very clean fail champ obviously does opt to heal, but you really don't want to die, especially this far into fail champ.
Yeah, it's not worth it. So
Dyst opened up the passageway to the right of Broken Vessel, which is always a good decision to do if you think that you might die to Broken Vessel. I think we always say if you open the passage, you're not going to die, but if you don't open the passage, you will die. So
yeah, in which case
clearly
you're
some
still saving
RNG
time.
manipulation there.
You're still saving time in that case, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Schy makes very clean work of failed champ and gets a little drop warp out, which just makes that exit a bit faster. Meanwhile, Dyst also having a relatively good Broken Vessel, actually.
That was a pretty clean Broken Vessel. He did damage tank, but I think it was like very strategic, and also like during the spewing attack, he just kept relentlessly attacking, and that was really impressive actually. Also doesn't opt to get wings first, which means he's actually going to make back a little bit of time here if he has a good lost kin, because it's still optimal to not get wings first.
Yeah, because otherwise you have to return and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, hits a spike there though in the drop. That's unfortunate. Meanwhile, Schy is grabbing Lantern on the way to going to fight Gorb. I also do want to point out, neither grabbed the Crystal Peaks grub, so which is very clearly, absolutely, definitely a RNG manipulator for No Eyes.
No, actually, it's an RNG
because that's
manipulator
something
for
that
failing
definitely...
Soul skip 10 minutes in a row.
Oh yeah, that as well. So hopefully we won't be seeing too bad No Eyes RNG because of that, because it's very true and definitely something that actually happens.
Yeah, it is low. Like we have like statistics speaking for this being true.
Meanwhile, this seems to also be having a pretty good lost kin so far.
Yeah, did opt to heal twice, but is so far like keeping good pressure on lost kin and moving very cleanly.
Yeah, Schy making very quick work of Gorb, as we tend to do at this point in the run. And Schy next will be heading to No Eyes.
And that was lost kin from Dyst.
Yeah, really nice lost kin.
That was really
I'm curious
good
to see what the splits were, because they both had very good and similar RNG for that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Rick says at Broken Vessel, Schy had a 39.26 and Dyst had a 42.14. So the gap widened by about 3 seconds, and they're currently sitting about 2 minutes 48 apart. Which again, just depending on... I mean, Schy seems to be having very, very clean movement and very clean fight so far. Obviously, don't want to comms curse, but I feel like we might even be getting a deathless race at this point. So,
yeah, I think so.
I'm
I mean,
not
both
sure.
runners, have been showing off their skills so far really nicely, and I think like with both of them getting Dreamwielder, it's not too likely that Dyst will like fail against Fail Champ. I mean, it's still possible, but I do think that a deathless race is pretty much likely at this point.
Yeah. The only other thing I could think of is that Schy has told us that they're not worried, but they feel like they're going to struggle a little bit with QGA. So seeing whether or not that actually happens, or if that's just
like,
them
here's
saying
the thing,
that.
okay? Here's the thing with Schy.
Yeah.
In my experience, when Schy says they struggle with something, and then they have a race, it's usually something like, oh, I did this first try and like got comms up or something.
But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, Dyst is finished with doesn't forget anything in the basin, which is good to know. And is going to be grabbing Lantern and heading over to Gorb. So double checking some split times.
Oh, that was a good no ice from Schy.
Yeah. Wow, going very fast.
Got
Had
good
really
RNG,
good
and
RNG,
also
yeah.
like definitely followed no ice around the room when she did teleport, which does take some courage because of I don't know, I really have trouble with like all the ghost heads floating around because they have really
Yeah,
really
definitely.
strange trajectories.
Rick says that at the end of Lost Kin, that gap had gotten a bit smaller by about 6 seconds, but probably due to wings pickup from Dyst. Just like because Schy grabbed wings first and lost a little bit of time there.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would be 6 seconds. Maybe Dyst had a little bit better fights as well. They both seem to do really well, so. Schy moving very nicely through the jelly drop, though.
Yeah.
I'm really clean. He's going to be heading to QGA now.
So let's do the counting. That's
all right.
2 attempts. Oh, well,
I don't know. I feel like counting is...
Yeah, third attempt.
Oh, wow. There you go.
That's really nice.
Good QGA timing from Schy. Someone in chat said Schy is popping off. Both runners are popping off today.
Yeah, I do
doing
think
fantastic movement.
I don't think that Dyst is on PB pace. I'm not sure though, but like because Dyst has a slightly better PB than Schy.
Yes, Dyst's PB is I wrote it down.
A 101,
about
right?
2.5 minutes faster, 2 minutes 20 faster than Schy's is.
Yeah.
Which interestingly is about the distance that Schy is ahead of Dyst right now. So,
True,
yeah, it's super close. I'm really excited to see what happens as we get right down to the tail. I mean, we're almost right at the tail end of this race. With Schy not having a huge amount to do left before heading to White Palace. Meanwhile, Dyst is entering Failed Champ. Hopefully gets a nice good fight out of it.
Yeah, looks to be doing pretty well. Gets some bad RNG from Failed Champ with like regard to the jumping and attacks. You do want him to jump over you as soon as possible so that you can dream him.
Hasn't had any opportunity to dream mail him, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Dyst getting extremely bullied by Failed Champ here.
That's really unfortunate to see. Meanwhile, Schy is doing QG route, which again is one of the routes that we route in.
Yeah.
Making quick work of it too. Oh no, was that?
Yeah, Dyst died to Failed Champ here. That's a shame.
That's really unfortunate.
I feel like he was getting frustrated. That's what it looked like because he just stood in the tag twice. I hope it wasn't his
RNG.
Yeah, I hope it wasn't his controller disconnecting. Yeah, he had terrible RNG. I think this might have just been like an RNG reset or something, because that was
which really sucks.
Really, really bad from Failed Champ, just like giving him slam attacks and backward jumps the entire time.
And again, there we go. Manages to get behind and get some hits, which is good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's way better. Yeah. That's looking way better now for Dyst.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Schy is going to be heading down into Deepness to do Deepness route, which again, a bit low on health, but you know. Again, Deepness route is the routing is basically not optimized at all. I think there are probably a few couple points where everyone does similar things, but most of the route to grab is whatever the runner individually wants to do. I've seen a couple cool ones where people use Crystal Dash and things like that. But yeah, it's just because we're not getting all of it. We're only grabbing.
Just got hit again.
Oh, is that another death?
He had a really good start of the Failed Champ fight this time. I actually got to I think this was just previous to last phase. So like, if he had gotten Failed Champ down there, it would have been the end of the fight. But yeah.
Yeah, that really sucks. Again, Failed Champ is probably one of the biggest, at least like from what I've seen, has changed the way races have finished.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he just does 2 damage, and you're like, bro, do you have to do that?
He actually cost me over like 2 minutes in my last race, where I was ahead of my PB by a minute when I entered Failed Champ, and I came out at like plus 2 minutes, and it really sucked. So yeah, I
Yeah, and
can
I also
totally
think
relate to this. Yeah.
someone was, I can't remember who this was, but was on like world record time for Path of Pain %, but chose to overcharm and died like 3 times, I think.
Yeah,
And
that was really sad to see. I remember. I think I even commed that race,
I think you,
or maybe not.
I can't remember.
Maybe not. I definitely
Yeah,
watched it. I remember that. I was
I
live there.
definitely watched it as well. Yeah. But yeah, Schy, after grabbing, Galleon, wow, making fast work of Galleon, and quitting out of there, which means Schy is done with the
Yeah,
essence
Schy is
grind.
about to head into White Palace, so now I have to write my friend that this is this is spoiler time for
Spoiler,
him.
yeah, spoilers. Don't watch. Don't watch.
Wait, let me
I
turn
think
off my
Chat was
microphone.
saying that Sawa was the one who lost their time to Failed Chain, which I think actually, yeah, that was Sawa versus Kuroshi, wasn't it? If I remember.
Yeah, I think it was Kuroshi. Kuroshi is currently the world record holder at like 57 minutes for this category. 57 something. Definitely an
You're
impressive
right.
time.
There we go. Dyst finally taking down Failed Chant on 3rd try.
Yeah, you like to see it. Still great to finish. Didn't like keep getting tilted here, because that really sucks. When you get tilted, you can just keep like dying to bosses.
Yeah, it gets really difficult to stay focused.
Don't ask me how I know.
Getting tilted? Never.
Like chain dying to bosses in Path of Pain % races, never.
Never. We wouldn't do that. But no, yeah, Dyst is going to be heading to grab Gorb, while Schy is going to be heading into Palace.
Yeah.
Yeah, Schy is making really, really good time. I think he's almost definitely on PB time, if I'm not wrong. Or actually, would you say you could do this whole segment in 10 minutes?
You mean like
I don't know timing
White
super
Palace
well.
and Path of Pain?
Yeah, maybe not.
You're asking me, or you're asking like someone like Schy?
Oh, I don't know.
Because here's the thing,
Just in
okay?
general, people, is it possible at this
Yeah,
point?
it's possible to do this in 10 minutes, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the thing is,
Someone
I
in
think White Palace world record is something below the 5-minute mark, and then Path of Pain Path of Pain is like, we assume optimal takes like 3 minutes something. So like it's definitely possible, even with some slack, but you know it's tough.
All right. So Rick says that Dyst lost over 3 minutes in Foul Champ, which is really unfortunate. I gotta say though, for 3 attempts, that's not as long as I thought it might be. Also, apparently, Dyst is, if you notice, Dyst is missing Geo.
Oh, is he now?
I'm not sure why, but didn't have enough Geo to grab Lantern. Maybe, I think, forgot to go back to Lem.
Oh, that could be, but he's so close to like actually what he needs. So like he could just Dreamnail the Husks here, and not Dreamnail, but like Shadesaw the Husks, and that would probably bring him up to what he needs.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate though. Yeah, wow. You really hate to see that. And we were going so well without having anyone forget anything in runs. Opts to go grab Gorgeous Husk, which is probably a good idea if you can't figure out where the missing Geo is from at this point.
It's such a shame when you do grab like the relic, but it's probably just It does take very little time with Shade Soul, and he only needs a little bit, so yeah.
It's possible that he just forgot a relic or something that he was supposed to sell, which, because I personally don't know the 2 paths independently super well, I didn't notice.
Yeah, and I also didn't really pay attention to which like relics he did get. Schy getting this skip here really first try really nice.
Schy making quick work of White Palace so far.
Let's not forget that
really
Schy was world record holder in White Palace individual level, I think multiple times, so definitely has the experience, and is currently I don't know if they already have the world record in 1006, but is currently grinding for a world record in 1006 as far as I know.
You're right, there you go. Doesn't quit out where they should have, but again, that's a really recent optimization that people have made, I believe. So it doesn't make a huge difference. It's quite a small difference, I believe.
Yeah.
But after doing that right side, you should quit out back to the bench. But that's all right.
That was a really good room there from Schy.
Yeah, wow. Schy having very impressive movement.
Yeah, also attempts to go for the snake jumps there, didn't get it. Doesn't reset the room, sadly. That's what I would like to
Decides
see
to
if you
just
don't
do it
get them.
normally.
Yeah, don't do it normally. Just do the snake jumps. If you can't do the snake jumps,
Oh no.
no, the snake jumps are really difficult.
No, I think Schy knows that they're on PB pace.
Yeah.
And so it's just keeping that in mind.
Probably doesn't want to like risk it now, losing this pace, and it's definitely Schy's race to win at this point, because they'd have to like either really take their time in Path of Pain or die to King's Mauls. I think that's like the only way that this could come back to this right now.
Yeah.
Because it's more than 3-minute difference, and Schy has had a sick White Palace pace, so
yeah. For people asking in chat about geo routing, that's the big problem, is that the geo routing is not optimized super well, and so it's kind of hard to keep track of what the individual is doing. So that's why we're unsure of kind of what happened there. Meanwhile, Schy has officially started the actual Path of Pain.
Having a really good
work of first room. Yeah, wow.
Didn't get hit so far, and didn't like have to reset, which is nice. And that was a really nice second half of the room as well, with some nice wings turnarounds there on the wing molds.
Really good movement. Meanwhile, Dyst is going to be heading to No Eyes, and basically continuing this essence grind that he's got to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, wow, really very impressive movement from Schy through Path of Pain. I mean, obviously, this is their thing. This is what they do. I mean, I think actually what's been the most impressive about this run is because a lot of these runners that do Path of Pain % are Path of Pain IL runners.
Yeah, both of them are.
And so usually, and so normally early game is like more of a weak point.
In fact, I think that Dyst is top 5 and Schy is obviously world record holder, so they are both. Schy with a 2:05 and Dyst with it, I think it's a 2:08 if I remember correctly. So those are insane times. Let's not forget that about a year ago, I believe the world record was a 2:13 by Monstella and X2U. So
that's
getting
a big
down
difference.
to 2:05 and 2:08 is that's a huge difference, because this level is already so optimized. So like
Schy didn't go for Thorn Skip, but I can understand being on the pace that they're at, just wanting to do it the cleanest way possible. And is on last room already. Is about 4 minutes currently ahead of PB pace, which is 4 minutes ahead of like PB.
Yeah.
So, unfortunate.
Last room is really difficult.
Also has last room is really difficult. Meanwhile, Dyst has a really good No Eyes as well.
Yeah, that was great. I did catch it. No Eyes RNG can screw you over, but they both had good luck and very good execution as well on No Eyes. So
yeah, which is really good to see, especially because Dyst got such bad RNG from Failed Champ earlier. You really wouldn't want to see bad RNG again. Oh man, that understrat. It's not even an underplat. It's like an undersaw. It scares me.
Yeah, Schy going back there, trying to go for a fast cycle, but then remembering that it's probably not a very good idea, and then went back, and that was very close. No way, Schy!
No!
Oh, that was the nerves. I swear that was the nerves.
No!
That's so unfortunate.
No.
That's like Dyst's only chance to catch up. I don't think that Dyst really has a chance still, but at least this will definitely shorten the gap.
Man.
So.
That
and
double
getting first strike UG8, that was such a sad
very
death,
impressive.
but at the same time, Dyst getting first strike UGA is very hype. So
but wow, that really sucks, because like what the main problem with that is that when Schy did the damage tank, they accidentally went into the spikes, and so lost 2 masks of health at once there.
Schy was going for the fast cycle with the not fast cycle. I'm sorry, the King's Mode fight is not on cycle, but like for the fast strat with the Shade Soul, which of course would be optimal, but because you don't have Shade Cloak in this category, so it's actually very, very difficult to get behind the King's Molds. And getting behind them anyway and then firing Shade Souls basically means, because you get knocked back by your Shade Souls, right? So it's actually really difficult to not get hit into the spikes. Because
No,
the
absolutely.
King's Molds move in a very annoying pattern, and it's very difficult to get behind them because they are always close to the thorns. And
Yeah.
looks like Schy is trying to get Thorn Skip now that they probably think they aren't on PB pace anymore.
I think they could have made it, but
Yeah, I
decided to
think
go for Thorn Skip anyways.
actually I think they are still on PB pace if they
Yeah.
get a good last room now.
I wanted to quickly point out the at QGA they were about 7 minutes 40 apart, so the gap widening by another 1 minute 46. I'm not sure what that was from. I think maybe just less optimal movement. Oh, actually, you know what? That would have been from the Geo, probably.
Yeah, he
Just
had to
having to
get
go figure out what
Gauntlet
happened with Geo.
Yeah, that's true. And Schy getting back to the last room, I think completely hitless, which is amazing.
Yeah, very quickly. Is still on PB pace. Can still do this.
It's still on PB pace. Also, just because we are a little bit delayed on the stream, of course, but just wrote in the Discord, so they either just died again or they finished. I don't know. I guess I'll have to check and spoiler myself.
No!
Wait, did they just? I wasn't looking. I was looking at Discord. Did they just die again?
Oh my god!
No way!
I think
No way!
that was a curse. Because you were like, they either died or they finished, and then they got.
No, that
hit
wasn't a
into the
curse. They
spikes
were already dead at that point. They had already written it.
No, you said it before it happened.
No,
Oh,
I was looking at the Discord. I saw them. Saw them writing in the Discord, and they said, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Oh no, that doesn't look good." I'm sorry.
no! Oh, that's awful.
I'm sorry, Schy.
Oh no. That
Yeah,
sucks.
I should take responsibility for this.
Chat's calling you out for that comms
Chat
curse. That was a
calling me
pretty bad
out.
one. That was a pretty bad one, I gotta say.
I'm sorry, Schy. This is no longer PB pace for Schy, so I fully expect them to go for Thorn Skip again.
That sucks.
That really sucks.
Because they were so far ahead on PB as well.
I'm so sorry, yeah.
I mean, look, just making an interesting race for us to watch.
Yeah, definitely. It is nice to see them getting closer and closer, because it's always nice to see races turn around at the last second.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure though, like everyone has died to that King's Mold room at some point.
Definitely.
Like everyone. Oh my gosh, Dyst on 1 health in Deep Nest. I don't know if Dyst set a Dream Gate. I didn't notice.
Does Dyst have the Dream Gate
here?
Oh,
just sets a Dream Gate now. Yeah, probably a good idea. We'll have to grab an extra essence for that, but just in case has to. If he comes back, we'll have to grab an extra essence. Decides not to heal because heals now. It's like,
because healing is obviously
attention. Yeah.
Healing is obviously not optimal.
Oh my god.
Just don't heal in the runs.
Isn't
it's not optimal.
What's clearly optimized is doing Galleon on 1 mask. Yeah, that's optimized.
I mean, you can get the lifeblood. I'm pretty sure that
that's true.
Dyst will. Well, he's on 5 masks, but I think if he wants to be sure, then he can grab the lifeblood.
Yeah. Man.
Schy back at it again.
Schy back at it again. Very impressively gets back. I think at this point I would have started messing up every little thing because oh wow, nice fireball fix for
Yeah, that was really cool.
That wings there.
That's such a tight spot sometimes, especially when you're on race nerfs. So actually doing the fireball there, it's a very nice, very nice save to get back into it. And this is gonna be it for Schy because they only need one more Shade Soul.
Don't say that. I don't say that.
They only need one more Shade Soul.
Listen.
They made it. Okay.
Hey, there we
Good
go.
job, Schy. Very nice.
Schy.
And this has about 4 minutes 25 to catch up to them now. Which.
Oh no, Schy! Don't apologize. You did fantastic.
You did really well. That was amazing. I can't hear the streaming audio, so.
I think Schy said that they haven't run this category properly in several months, and what was 4 minutes ahead of PB. That's so impressive. So big props to you. Really great job. Meanwhile, we get to see Dyst heading over to grab Awakened Dream now so that he can head into White Palace. Let's see. Okay, so at Galleon, Dyst was 8 minutes behind. So there was a 33-second widening there again. But yeah, that's really great job to Schy. Very impressive movement throughout the entire thing.
Absolutely.
And just so unfortunate with those Path of Pains, because like fantastic Path of Pains in general.
Yeah.
Right up until that last bit.
Three times the fantastic Path of Pain.
I'm just gonna ask if we can change audio over to Dyst's audio. If Glove, if you can do that. Yeah. Meanwhile, Dyst is now heading to grab White Palace. So here we go.
And I do want to apologize because I actually just realized that I did comms curse in the very beginning of the race, saying that.
Did you?
Well, yeah, I comms cursed this death in the very beginning when I said that like even great IL runners because of the like high reset rate will sometimes mess up, and like it's actually.
So you did say that. I think the worst part though was you literally saying like right before it happened, you were like, "Oh man, something's happened. I don't know if he's died or not," and then he dies.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, they died. I mean, I know that they sent a message to the Discord, so obviously it had already happened in real life, but we hadn't seen it yet, so I'm counting that as a comms curse.
Yeah.
I'm just impressed that I haven't. Well, so far. Normally I'm really bad.
I think you just cursed yourself into comms cursing. So,
yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this White Palace goes.
Yeah, I'll let you comment the rest of this race here because I think you now get full like opportunity to comms curse this here.
Yeah, it's my turn. It's my turn. Mum says it's my turn on the comms curse.
Go wild, Jam.
Yeah.
You can do it. I know you can. I've seen enough races that you commed and comms cursed.
Oh, I know. My comms cursing is really bad.
I know. I know we
Glove
are.
pointing out that we're now comms self-cursing. We're cursing ourselves to curse.
Yeah, I think we are.
Look, what can I say? We're just not very smart.
Yeah, we aren't. I think we can try uncursing ourselves, but
yeah,
who knows where that'll go.
I don't know how we would do that. We'd have to get some grubs, but we're not even playing, so. Rick says that the White Palace entry, the gap there only widened by a second, so they're about 8 minutes 13 apart. I think at this point, it's definitely Dyst's race. Sorry, Schy's race.
Yeah, it's Schy's race, even though Schy's already finished. But yeah, Dyst cannot make this. Like even if Dyst were to enter White Palace now, he couldn't win the race because so
Dyst would have to be getting Path of Pain world record right here,
which is impossible
right
with this loadout. I think.
Yeah.
So I know there was a time where Schy said they estimate that like the optimal Path of Pain percent time for Path of Pain would be something like a 230, and then we were very quick to remind them that like it's actually very, very difficult to even get close to that if you have perfect movement. And so the current estimate is something like 3 minutes, I think.
Yeah, right. Okay, that makes sense. But Dyst having a pretty clean, almost called it Queen's Gardens, White Palace so far. Schy says that they tried out Staxis' strat and died miserably. Yeah, that was unfortunate with the King's molds. Especially just with that like damage tanking straight into the spikes. It really sucks that you can get double damage there. But you know, c'est la vie, I suppose. Either way, did a fantastic job.
Definitely, yeah.
Meanwhile, Dyst heading through the right-hand room in order to grab that lever. So no PB from either runners, but we got super close on Schy's end.
Yeah.
So still a super exciting race, especially with all that drama at the end.
Also, let's not forget that like Dyst did have some fail jump deaths, and I think without those, it would have been also closer to BB pace.
Yeah, Dyst lost about 3 minutes to the failed champ deaths. So it would only just be behind PB at the moment.
Yeah, I'm glad Dyst didn't just forgot to hit the lever. That was almost did turn around last second.
Yeah,
that's an annoying lever to miss. I once missed this during a race and had to go back and do the room again.
Also, every time I see that elevator room, I just think of the clip of Fireborn accidentally like crystal dashing into the spike. I think of it every time. But Dyst entering Path of Pain officially. Hopefully, we'll have a really nice clean run.
This is always my favorite part, that we get to see Path of Pain being done twice, or in this case 4 times. At least 4 times.
At least 4 times. Don't speak too soon.
Is that a comms curse?
Well,
we'll see, right? We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, no, it's really exciting getting to see these super talented Path of Pain runners do the Path of Pain. It's just so fascinating to watch. Dive strats, you love to see
doing the optimal thing here, which is to dive, because as we are doing on current pledge at the moment, there is to do a Cyclone Slash, but we don't have Cyclone Slash here, and then the next best thing is to do a dive. So
yeah,
it's funny.
Whereas Schy opted to use a statue pogo instead, and pogo like straight into the wall.
Yeah, which I also do that, but I don't know why I don't dive, because the thing is, actually, I in my last race I got hit right before like getting to the statue, like right in the Thorn Tunnel. And if I had just dived, this wouldn't have happened. It's just because I had my hand on my joystick and it was completely like shaking.
No, so, absolutely.
It's actually silly not to dive there, but I can totally understand like forgetting it, because I just like I used to have the muscle memory.
Who would do that?
Yeah, I used to have the muscle memory for that, but I no longer do, because we now do Cyclone, and I think that's probably the reason why these runners, or at least Schy, also didn't go for it.
Yeah. Dyst also having a super clean Path of Pain so far, has taken a couple more hits than Schy did in their first run, but well, misses that skip, so that's my fault. But yeah, no, has had a really good Path of Pain so far. Yeah, hopefully we'll finish without any full deaths, but you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. And ooh, that was ooh.
Wow, that was impressive.
That was
really good.
Something I haven't seen before, and I don't think.
Oh no, no. Yeah, I've never seen that movement before.
I don't think that's a strat, but it was definitely an impressive save.
Yeah,
also, like to see going under the saw in third room with his loadout, because it's way easier when you have Shade Dash. And
yeah. No, very cool to see. But yeah, that save was really fantastic. And it's last room time. Oh, don't we all love last room?
Oh, last room is great. What do you mean?
I mean,
didn't like
definitely.
Yeah, in my race against Cindy, I think we spent a cumulative like 15 minutes in last room.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm not super practiced in Path of Pain, so like, you know, my best time ever is like a bad like 30 minutes, but like half of that was last room. Like,
yeah,
it sucks. Right. But Dyst making really clean work of it. Actually, I think that was only like maybe first try. I can't remember. Either first or second try.
Don't curse him. Don't curse him yet. Okay, now you can curse him.
Hey, very clean.
GG Dyst. Very nice.
Very GG.
Really nice.
Great movement.
That's a sub 110. So that's really.
And also, let's point out, makes up like, I mean, how many minutes apart are they now? Makes up about 4.5 minutes, because Dyst was about 8.5 minutes behind, which again will be because of Schy's multiple attempts at Path of Pain, but very impressive right at the end there to see them come back together.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Fantastic job to both runners. That was such an exciting race.
Yeah.
We're just double checking really quickly.
Yeah,
if
they both said they want to join the interview, so
they both want to join interviews.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I think they can just. Yeah.
All right, we'll have both hopping in for a second for some questions. If you guys have any questions, chuck them in the Twitch. Hello.
Hi.
GG to the race.
To the race, man.
Thank you.
Hi. Also GG Schy.
Yeah. Fantastic job from both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, so impressive. Both of you had fantastic movement almost the whole time. Obviously, unfortunate deaths to failed champ Dyst, but other than that, both of you doing a fantastic job throughout the entire race. So, congratulations.
Yeah.
Definitely. And it was close at like, especially in the beginning, there were some times where you traded leads, I think twice.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
That's
right near the
interesting.
start.
and towards the end, it was also like starting to look like it might get close again.
At the
I-
end, I just lost it mid-game, I think, because I forgot the route and had to go back to Gorgeous House.
yeah,
And
Yeah, that was.
you forgot to pick up a relic, right, or something.
Yeah.
no, I
was-
didn't kill Gorgeous Husk on the way to Basin.
Oh, you
Oh, but the
usually do
thing is,
that?
okay.
Oh, we thought you were
okay.
doing gorgeous Hust less threat.
No,
Oh, didn't you pick up
Yeah,
the
okay.
journal in Mantis, like above Mantis Village?
no, I
Oh, I
didn't.
see. Yeah, neither of you did.
Okay.
I was surprised that you didn't because I thought this was optimal to do.
Yeah, I also had several other moments where I forgot the route or just
Don't we all?
messed up.
That's
Listen, don't
honestly
we
so
all?
relatable. I think I've not had a single race where I didn't like pause to look at the route notes.
But I want to know. I want to know from both of you, what your favorite moments of your runs were because they were both fantastic runs.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Someone want
Schy,
to go first?
Schy.
You go first.
Well,
Did you like your no eyes?
Yeah. Oh
Both
my
of you,
gosh.
you both
oh
had
yeah,
amazing no eyes.
my no eyes
Mhm.
was better than I expected. But what I'm most happy about with that race run was that I got QGA first try.
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
That was very impressive. And Schy
Okay.
getting True Ending Shades get first try as well, which was awesome.
Yeah, and also getting QJ third
Mm,
try.
Mhm. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a very good run overall.
you both did a really good job, and you had some very clean movement in the beginning, like throughout, all the way up to like was
up
it Soul
to Shades.
Tyrant? Yeah, like no, also like up to like Sanctum, and even going back there, you had like both some really nice movement, very clean,
Oh,
and
that's nice to hear.
Glove is wondering, Shy, how far ahead of your PB were you when you first entered Path of Pain? Do you know?
Yeah, it was like 2 minutes 30 into Path of Pain.
Yeah, wow, that's
Um,
awesome.
Oh, damn.
Also, my Path of Pain was kind of fast up until last room, and even like I like died in my PB like 5 times in last room. Well, like didn't die, but like as a respawn or whatever. So I could have probably saved even more time and could have maybe even sub out probably. Yeah, it's kind
Yeah.
of sad.
Oh, well. It was fantastic. Like, yeah, you're absolutely right, though, that your first run through was super clean.
yeah, absolutely, and
Um,
also like your runs back, your 2 runs back, you also did like a great job.
Why
yes,
And
did Shy die at the end of Path of Pain?
twice.
twice
Oh
to King's Falls,
no.
unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
The second one was quite close to the end as well.
Mhm.
absolutely, yeah.
But yeah, and Dyst, you also had fantastic movement through Path of Pain. I think was that first try last room or like second try last room?
Second
Try
try, I
last
think.
room, I think, but honestly,
Yeah.
I really don't think that Path of Pain was good.
I think it
I
was very
thought it
It
was
was
decent.
pretty
very
good.
good.
There
As
was
an
one
L run.
there was one moment where you almost I think it was in third room, you did like you saved something that you messed up
Oh,
that was really
yeah,
impressive to see.
Yeah, you
no,
did
I
like a
didn't.
really, really clutch undersaw, like just before the like for the corridor.
Yeah, I did undersaw, which isn't honestly too bad to improvise, but at the very end, I fell off the ledge and into the saws.
Ah, well, you both did a fantastic job. Do you guys have anything you want to say, or you both did it? Quick question from chat. What are your favorite categories each? Meme extensions included.
Yeah, I want to know too.
I'm currently playing 106 White Palace, which is actually a lot of fun because they like patched out a lot of things that are kind of boring now in the new patch, like the
Oh,
remote
that's cool.
tips and stuff like that. So like the
Mhm.
older patches are also quite fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
nice.
that's
That's
nice.
cool. What about you,
Oh, yeah.
Dyst?
Well, to be honest, the only 2 cats I've run so far are Papa Pain and Papa Pain Percent. So,
That's fair.
That's relatable.
Well,
so
good to see it's on brand.
if I had to
But yeah,
decide, then yeah, the Papa
anyway,
Pain IL.
I
yeah.
see.
But
Also, I have to correct myself. I said earlier that you are 5th place and have a 208. I actually just looked at your 4th place with a 207. I'm sorry, this. So that makes it even better than like even
Mhm.
closer like in the IL, and you also had very close PBs
I
for this
haven't,
category.
yeah, I haven't really put in too much effort into Papa Pain Percent in getting a low time. I may do later though.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Also, do you
Mhm.
both know who you're gonna be up against next? Because Schy is going to be playing, I think, in
Oh.
the probably winners finals, right?
Oh no.
I believe Shy's against Quado next.
I'm
No,
against Koro, I think.
I think I'm against
Anyways,
Otto.
oh,
Yeah.
someone is against Quado. But anyways, you can see we've got the tournament details in chat. But
Yeah.
we'll probably have to wrap up now. But again, big congratulations to both of you
Yeah,
for such a
absolutely.
close race and also being so close to PBs and just
Yeah.
having great movement overall.
Thank you for giving us heart attacks and a great show.
Yes.
I do want to say one more thing though.
Oh yeah.
Luckily, my controller,
Mm.
which was attached using a pretty bad cable, only came out like once or twice. Luckily,
Oh, that's good.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, we
That's
did
good.
we did
We did
think at
mention
like
that
2
to
points.
chat.
We did think at 2 points that it might have come out, but you seem to have recovered very quickly, which is good.
Yeah. So great job for that. All right. So big thank you to the runners. Thank you to everyone for watching, and thank you to Glove for the restream.
Yeah, thanks.
thank
Super
you.
useful.
Thanks everyone.
And yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks for
And have a
coming
great
out this
day. And
morning.
yeah.
Yes, have a
Oh
great
yeah,
day, night. Have a great time.
and thanks for watching.